Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you a better strategy that I think I came up with. So that's to identify and only go for the best cluster in the board. Right now I'm lined up with this one lined up with this square, which is chance, which is pretty good. Right now these guys are really good. And there's railroad, which is always really good. That's either arguably the best one or sometimes it might not be the best one. This is also a really good cluster here, but you'll notice there's income tax in the mix. But one thing that is going for this is you'll be passing go if you're, like, let's say, sitting on luxury tax. So these might be about equally as good, but pretty much my strategy is to go for just the best one. I'll go ahead and go around a couple times here. It's also best to wait for there to be good events, but I'm gonna go ahead and show this off. So since lined up with chance here, you'll also want to be lined up kind of somewhere in the middle of the cluster. If it's like three things, you want to be lined up with the middle one. If it's four things, it could be either lined up there or there. And here, I guess, oddly enough, even income tax is kind of in the middle. Railroad, like income tax is bad right now, but railroad is exactly in the middle. So if you're lined up with railroad, it'd definitely be good to go for. And then there's that. So lined up with any of those three or these two right now would be good. Do bear in mind it changes. Okay, well that still worked out pretty good. It's good when there's things that are even further off to the side like that. So that actually worked out really good. I just got over 2,000 here. I'll demonstrate this like a few times around the board or so. Try to get a few more high rolls that are well lined up. I don't know if that's supposed to be lightning going on there or if that was like some graphics glitch. That was kind of weird. Okay, so now I'm lined up with chance. There's good stuff all around here, so gonna go for it. It doesn't work all the time, but it works a lot of times. So yeah, there I landed on chance and I got a good chance draw. That was actually really good. Wow. I guess it's kind of illustrating just how good this works. It doesn't always work that it doesn't usually work that good, but I'd say probably about half guarantee, like not half guaranteed, but probably hit something good about half the time doing that. Let's go ahead and try for one more high throw. And here, so yeah, I'm right next to the good cluster, but really lined up with, so if you count what's seven away, so that's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and that's not good there. Now there are good things on either side. There's the shields, and then there's that, but it's not really a good cluster. Then I guess there are. Maybe it's about 50-50 that you land on something good. Even still. So I'm trying to go for the best thing, and this right here is about the best thing, and this here is pretty good too. Okay, so now we're lined up with railroad here. Let's go ahead and go for that. Okay, and now, okay, now that's an example where it didn't work out so good. Okay, I guess that's not really a bad tile to land on, but it's not one of the good ones either. It's not one of the really It's not one of the better ones to land on. Go ahead and... Okay, so here we're lined up with this one, which is on the edge of the cluster, so I'm not going to roll for that. It's a good thing I didn't. That didn't turn out well. Let's see if we can get lined up well with the next cluster. Nope. So let's just go ahead and go around again. Usually it'll be just like one cluster that's really good, or none, and if there's none that are really good, you can effectively recluster. So again, I'm not lined up well here. And sometimes you'll still hit it even if you're not lined up well, but odds wise it's best not to multiply then because it's not very likely. It did happen there. Okay, now I'm lined up for the end of that cluster, but I would multiply if I were going for that one and passing ghost. If I were on that one or this one, I would multiply. Maybe even this one. So let's go around again. Okay, now that makes that cluster not so good. I mean, it's still okay, but now this one's a good cluster. Let's see if that made any of the other ones good. It's not really. So then we're just gonna auto roll and aim for that cluster only. As you can see, this has already worked out really well for me. I got actually built up my dice a little bit already. I think it worked out better than it usually would. I just kind of wrecked that cluster too. So this cluster's become good again. So okay, now this cluster's not good, but this one's good. So be aiming for this one if I can. Well, let's see. Yep, the shield came back. So aiming for that one if we can get lined up with it. So yeah, that's where you just want to go for the best cluster on the board. And you can auto roll to get back around even. See, so I think we're lined up here. So yeah, I'm not gonna try that. Though that did work out well. Okay, although now that we got rid of that, now we gotta just try again here. I think now we gotta recluster. So anyway, you get the idea of that. Let me go and play a little longer and show that. Oh, okay, now this one's good. Oh, pretty good. It's luxury tax in the mix that isn't so good. Okay, and this one kind of became good again. So bottom left and bottom right clusters are good, or were good. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, well, bottom right one is no. Let's see if we can get in position to throw another high roll. Gotta change, not hit him because we're kind of friends, basically. At least he's like, guess he's going for the leaderboard, and I'm going for the leaderboard, and we decide to not hit each other. Okay, so here we're, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, we're just lined up for the end of it, so let's just go around again. And this cluster. Okay, now this cluster became good too with that shield there. Something would land on income tax too, then that'd really be a good cluster. Ooh, that really might have shaken things up again. Let's see where things landed. Okay, so here, even though I'm lined up with the edge of the cluster, so much good near it. There's that shield that's little ways away there. So I'm gonna go for it still. I think that's still the best thing on the board. Don't like being lined up with heads, but the railroad's the best one, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. I'll only throw 50 at it, so I won't lose as much if I don't hit it here. Okay, that worked out. Okay, so yeah, see, you can see that works out pretty well this time. Hopefully, using this strategy, I'll get my dice count back up. So, yep, feel free to like and subscribe, and have a great day.